Yeah, what's poppin', guys? You got your boy Nandra here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, this is gonna be the games 3 and 4 of my stage 1 GP run. Now, I kind of meant to say this like last video, but I'll go ahead and say it here. If you guys like, I guess like leave like I don't know like a certain number of like views and whatnot, I'll go not even just like likes, but like specifically just like views. I'll go ahead and try to add this like to like being like I guess like type of like video segment that I try to do every like I don't know maybe every month for at least like one of the 2 GPs that we have, just because GP is a pretty stressful time for some people, and obviously like if I'm like being successful, I want to go ahead and like try to help other people be successful and gain those like flares or gain those like rewards and whatnot, just because like more gold, more fun, all of that. So this is going to be the game 3 and 4. Obviously, you can't switch decks in GP, so I'm not really going to talk about the decks. If you want to check that out, I will go ahead and try to leave a description, leave a link to the other videos down below. So for these games, I'm going to be versus Portal and Haven. Now the Portal matchup, I really like. Portal is like an outlier to me. Like you don't really see Portal in Unlimited ever. And when you do, it's usually something weird that you can account for. Like let's say I faced artifacts, I faced neutral Portal. Specifically like with like happy pigs and stuff like that, and so on and so forth. So you never really know. It's just me kind of a coin flip for Havencraft as well as Runecraft are like the 2 matches where you usually don't want to face it. Havencraft you have a stronger chance of beating with like cheese and stuff like that. But with Rune, it's a lot harder to win. But yeah, so let's go and hop right on into the game. Yeah, so obviously, to recap from the last video, like I'm already coming off a 2-0 win. I already faced 2 shadows. I'm like, okay, easy. All I gotta do is just face 3 more shadows and just stomp them all out, and just like get a 5-0, easy, right? So I see that he's playing Portal. I also see that he's like AA, so I don't know what to expect. But I feel like usually like when you play versus AA players, they usually tend to like be playing slightly suboptimal list of whatever the best deck is. So I'm going to put him on playing puppets. Like it's like the rotation mid-range puppet that people like have come to like hate and whatnot. So that's fine. I'm going first, so I'll go ahead and keep the cameo because cameos are strong. And I pick up a Lyria as well as the Heartless Battle. These aren't as good, and my hand's kind of weak, but it's not bad either. Check them all again. My opponent reaches his entire hand. He's probably fishing for the Silver Kukuru. I'll go ahead and play Hamlin here to go and copy the Kukuru with my own. Alright, so here he plays Rosa Mechwing Maiden. So I already know my opponent's gonna be playing some kind of weird deck. There's like a 4th outlier for types of Portalcraft decks I face, and that would be I sometimes face Prime Artifact Control. Which is like something kind of weird, which I think is like going to become a little bit better, but I'll have to like talk about that in a different video. Anyway, so here he plays he plays Rosa, which basically just a 1/4 ward. Now here I kind of like god roll my opponent here because I actually do in fact have the Silva. Mind you, at the time of recording, I was still just testing out the 1 Silva thing, so I only had 1 Silva in the deck. So I literally rolled a 1 in 35 and have the Kukuru in hand with a Kukuru in the back, to just like stomp my opponent right on into the ground. So I just gotta make the bump. Kukuru does 5, so I go ahead and trade. Takes 2, I get him cleared off. He takes 3. Overall, I have the board, and now it's like scary because he has to play removal spell here. No removal spell, probably GG. So of course he has to sub. That's fine. He subs it away. That's whatever. I don't mind at all. So here I find a Hamlet. Now, of course, at this point I'm like, oh well, I have Hamlet, I have Kukuru. Obviously, I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this because like the hand that I have, this is earmarked for turn 8. I can't play this before turn 9. This can be played whenever, but most likely will probably be played on 7. So I'm just gonna go 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Also, because he used the puppet immediately here, and he can't play Spinaria, this makes it like really good for me because like most likely what will happen is that he'll be stuck in a very awkward spot because by this point he should know that, oh well, he just copied another Kukuru. This is like very scary. So he'll want to probably try to play Nicholas. But if he plays Nicholas, that means I can play Heartless Battle, like, and then kill the Nicholas. We'll try to play Spinaria next. I'll kill Spinaria, and then we have to, like, I guess, like, roll a dice to see whether or not he has, like, Basilius or something like that to punish me for having done that. But if he doesn't, that's, like, bad, so he plays a Hamlin of his own. I'm like, okay, sure. Then he plays a Happy Pig. I was like, oh, okay. So I don't ever see Happy Pig that often. Honestly speaking, I think the last time I saw Happy Pig was in Shadow, and it's more commonly seen in like Tanker Shine sometimes, every now and then. Anyway, so he makes the trade here. I don't really like this trade at all. I mean, I get why he did it. I just don't like it. But so now I get to go ahead and play up my Kukuru here. Now the Kukuru is actually like very, very good here. The reason why it's good is because in my mind, this is the turn before he can play Basil. So what I'll go ahead and do here is I'll go ahead and evolve the Kukuru, make the trade. He heals for 3, then takes 1, so he's at 19. And I have a 5/4 Kukuru and a 2/1 Cameo. Now he can go ahead and evolve over the Cameo, and I felt like that was fine, just because I'd be able to answer I'd be able to answer however he cleared it, and I also would be in a spot where if I wanted to play Spinaria next, it wouldn't be in Basil range, and he would have to go ahead and take damage on the Basil, which then would let me play Heartless Battle. Yeah, so I gotta make the evolve here, like, and it's just nice because it is a 5/4. He had to use a sub earlier, so I don't think I'll have a second sub here, and he might just like take damage on this guy, or he might like clear the Cameo incorrectly. Now here he plays Singer. I'm like, okay. Then he plays another Ham. I'm like, oh, okay. Now here, we're about to see my opponent make a mistake. So when you're dealing with Cameo, the really, I mean, truly and utterly important thing is to go ahead and to actually evolve this, right? You make the evolve here. So now you have, because you're going to be trading with this into this, so now you have a total of 5 HP in play as well as your face. So with the 5 HP in play, you have to get like incredibly. I don't actually know the geometric odds for this happening, but you have to get incredibly unlucky, and all 3 snipes would have to land on the Hamlin in order for the Hamlin to die, and you'd be sad. But still, the play they should go for. Just because you want to go ahead and protect your face while possible, because like the HP on your creatures, that doesn't matter. I just meant like I'm going to kill your creatures anyway, so this is just protecting your face and try to avoid face taking these Cameo shots are a very, very big deal. But we see him go ahead and make the evolve. When he makes the evolve, I already just kind of know that, oh, he's gonna trade this incorrectly and get punished. Yeah, so he makes the trade here. I'm like, okay, so now. Yeah, like the shots land on the Singer. I don't actually know this myself, but I know the few times that I've like seen like Cameo go off or whatever, like while I've been like streaming and whatnot, people have been telling me that that's actually favorite, that they're actually the Cameo shots, they're like favorite to land on your creatures as opposed to your face, which that seemed like weird to me, but apparently that's like the case. So like he just lost a Singer for free. So now I have Spinaria here. I gotta play Spinaria first. I play Spinaria first because I'm not sure if I'm gonna evolve the Paracelsus or not. Additionally, it's because this plays around Basil the best. Well, sorry, it plays around Basil the best without me having to commit anything like pre-evolve and whatnot. Because like the game isn't over, the game's still afoot. Now here he plays a Happy Pig. I'm like, okay. Into a second Happy Pig. I'm like, okay. Into a third Happy Pig. I'm like, what the fuck? So there's a lot of healing, and I'm just like, wow. I guess he was like really, really scared of dying. But I don't really like these Happy Pig evolves because like they're very, very stationary things. So part of the reason why I had Pig like sees like no play whatsoever, despite technically being a card that heals you, is that he doesn't actually do anything for you, and you have to evolve him in order to gain any like real value. Like the only matchups where you see him played is where his healing either like comes out immediately or does something else. Like for example, like say in Tanker Shine where the heals equal damage, and then also in Arc of Shadow where you can go and blow him up immediately to get the heal, which just comes in clutch at times. Anyway, so he kills off my Spinaria artifact because he can't kill anything else, which then allows me to draw the sub. So this is actually a very, very nice for me because I can already go ahead and like blow up the board as is. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll actually go ahead and drop the sub, play Paracelsus, evolve Paracelsus, go ahead and grab the Strike Form Golem, use Strike Form Golem, trade it into the ward, and then I believe I go ahead and, or it's not a Strike Form, Ward Form Golem, trade into the ward, and then go ahead and use the puppet, and then trade again. Ward Form Golem is actually an artifact, so it actually does work with Spinaria. or sorry, guard form. I'm sorry, guard form. I just always just call it ward form, just because like it's a ward. So yeah, I got him hit him in the face again. He's still at 16, but like I have the board, and clearly I'm not getting rid of the board anytime soon. So like he's probably just like kind of dead. And of course we go and see him watch him drop the concede here. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. So obviously speaking, after this game, I was like, damn, I should really just like suck it up and just like play the second and just play second Silva for situations like these. It's just too juicy. It's just too lovely. Yeah. So of course we're 3-0 now, and I'm just like, okay, well, please, game, do not face me versus Rune. I don't want to fight Rune. Please, just let me dodge Rune. Just give me like 2 more Shadow, because again, like I said, Shadow is gonna be the easiest matchup where I don't have to think as much. And then if I face anything else, it's a little bit more thinking involved. But it's usually still winnable, except for Rune, because Rune is like awful on a lot of spectrums. Alright, so this next game is going to be versus Haven. So most times, your Haven opponent, they're going to be playing Tankershine. But the big thing here is that like you do need initial board-based damage in order to like be able to like make any plays happen or be able to like end it fast, because you don't really have storm damage outside of the Noah. But unlike regular puppet, you don't always generate enough puppets to be able to storm them with Noah, because you usually end up using your puppets for something else. Additionally, there's only like two other puppet generators in the deck. So yes, so it's like the 2 Noah and then 2 Heartless Battles. So at any given time you can only have about like 4 or 5 puppets in your hand. And that's like on like a supreme high roll in which you somehow just did not need to use them. So I need all the damage I can get to stick on the board, and I need to be able to 1, go first, 2, dodge Themis, and then just, you know, be cool. The other thing, and this is also important because I don't always do it, but you should really do it, is that when you're versus Haven and versus Rune, no matter what, until Nicholas gets nerfed, you have to either keep or dig desperately for Nicholas, because Nicholas in both matchups, the ward you get off of Robomi is so good and so powerful that like in the case of this deck, it stops them from playing Themis, because they want to go ahead and try to sweep up the Robomi as well. In versus Rune, it presents another very big unit while you're still playing other units from your hand. So it's essentially like gives you mana, right? So it's like very powerful. You need to have it happen. So as we'll see here, I should go ahead and keep the Spinaria and the Nicholas, but I don't keep anything else. Thankfully, I can do this because I'm going first, and also because I know that I need to do this in order to have a chance of winning this matchup. So here I pick up Lakoko. Lakoko in this matchup does nothing. Like you literally just play it as a T2. You play as a T2 that can maybe soak scriptures and things like that for your Nicholas, and that's like great. Now you see that my opponent did not redraw a card at all, so I'm like very spooked right now. I'm like, oh, well, this means he's probably Tankershine, and his hand is like that good for the Tankershine. Yeah, we see him play Forbidden Teaching, so he's going to draw a lot of cards. So from his turn 1 and turn 2, he's essentially just drawn 4 cards. Because this draws 2 cards, this draws 2 cards. He can't really get punished with the Forbidden Teachings, because like he's not really going to play creatures anyway. Now, I have the sub in my hand. It's kind of like, well, lackluster, because again, he doesn't really play creatures. I don't even think you see Snow White in Unlimited right now either. Yeah, here he plays out Featherfall Hourglass. I'm like, oh, yikes. So I still don't know what he's playing. I just know that he's drawn a lot of cards. I'm like, yikes, this is terrifying. Like, it's only turn 4, and he'll be at 29 cards left in deck, whereas I still have like 30-ish. Alright, so here I go and play up the Nicholas. I did pick up Kukri, and that's great. I don't think it would have mattered much if I hit it last turn or not. But here he plays out Lorena. He evolves the Lorena. I'm like, okay. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna like take the Lorena's Holy Fist. I'm like, okay. But no, he actually does not take Lorena's Holy Fist. I'm like, wow. Instead he actually takes the Lorena's Holy Water. I'm like very surprised by this. Or at least I think he took the water. I'm not 100% sure on what he took here. But either way, he had to play out a card to not overdraw because he's drawn so many cards and he went second. So he actually ends up playing out a Lorena here. Now this is actually great for me, because now I get a nice clean Kukuru turn. So again, pretty sure, all things considered, we can safely assume that my opponent is in fact playing Tankershine. He's going to drop Tankershine no matter what I do here. So I want to try to go ahead and be as greedy as possible. I say greedy, but this is like the logical thing to do. And I want to go ahead and try to deter from playing Tanker Shrine as much as possible, because like when you play Tanker Shrine, the game becomes a little bit harder for me to win. So I'll go ahead and play up the young Kukuru here. The Kukuru evolves, it becomes a 5-4. He just gave me 2 Lorenas, so I don't think he has a 3rd Lorena in his hand. He would have to have either like Lorena or Cudgel to put me in a bad spot, but either one he would have, I would still just be able to counter with Spinaria and just be fine with that. But my hand does require this to live. Like, this play has to work. It has to work, and he has to play Tanker Shrine here for me to be in a good spot. Yeah, so of course, he drops in the young Tanker Shrine. So for those of you keeping track at home, this plus this is 7 damage immediately, and then 10 damage when he plays the Themis on the board. So I'll go ahead and drop the young Spinaria next. I dropped Spinaria to go ahead and deter him from being allowed to play anything else other than Themis. You don't play Themis, you don't win the game. The nice thing is that he'll play the Themis here, and then from there, I can go ahead and draw 2 cards when this dies. He takes 3. I can then go ahead and play Slahako for Lucifer. I can then probably go ahead and actually evolve the Lucifer to make him take 4 more damage, and then possibly just be trying to like set lethal here. Now here, he doesn't have the Themis, he actually just plays Pure Annihilation, and he gets rid of my Kukuru, but it doesn't matter because the damage is already done. Now here, I was a little bit, at first I was like a little bit surprised by his one not having Themis, but you know, sometimes lucky. Also, I now get confirmation that he actually did not take the Lorena's Holy Water, because he floated 1 mana here, so he would have been able to play it. So yes, we know now he did in fact actually take Lorena's Holy Fist, and then actually chose not to use it in favor of doing whatever it was he said to do instead. So here he's actually gonna go ahead and die here. So actually go ahead and trade. Then go ahead and Proto Baja. At first, I wasn't sure if this would be enough to kill him, so that's like kind of like hesitated there a little bit. But yes, it's actually enough to get the exact lethal. Shout out to Proto Baja, doing the thing, doing that dance. Hey, we got there, boys. So we're able to kind of take this game. This game was like kind of really free because he kind of like misplayed in like 2 spots. Yeah. We're able to take it, and we're able to go on to game 5. Of course, for game 5, I'll go ahead and try to save that for the next video. But it's gonna be like pretty exciting as well. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and let me know what you think of the series overall. Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys like disliking it? Is there anything you guys would like to see me do to make this like better? Of course, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.